been a while since we've talked about weight, so let's do that today. Stick around, we're getting into it right now. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Manya, and at this point I have lost about 37 pounds on the WW Purple Plan. Today I want to just give you an update, a chatty update on my weight loss, because it's been quite a while since I've done a weigh-in Wednesday, and I'll explain why. And then I just want to briefly touch on the idea that WW is bringing a new plans into being next month, and how you should handle any anxiety that you're having. So starting with weight loss, for those of you who have been with me for a while, this will be a little bit of a recap, but if you're new to my channel, I started my journey in mid-May of 2020, and my starting weight was 163.2 pounds, I believe. That 0.2 is important. Why did I start in May of 2020 when so many other people were gaining weight? Well, when COVID happened, I did what a lot of people did. I just started eating emotionally. And for the very first time, we got our groceries delivered. So there was this sort of, at the time, fun experience of going through the app and seeing all these foods I'd never tried before and just adding them to my cart. And at that time, I only worked from home pretty briefly. I live in North Texas, and we started reopening probably in June or July of 2020. But there was about 70 days or so that I worked from home exclusively. So during that time was when I really started eating a lot of processed junk food, because it was fun. It was fun to try these cookies and these crackers and all these things that I had never tried before. I am almost a lifelong vegetarian. I became vegetarian when I was 18. I'm now 46, and I can't say I've not had a drop of meat in that time. What is that? 27 years? But for the most part, I'm a vegetarian. And so this wasn't about eating meat or anything like that. It was purely about a shortbread cookie that looked amazing, or the Ritz crackers. I was getting them in these big boxes with the multiple sleeves, and I would just sit in a meeting and I'd eat the whole sleeve. I mean, it was so good. They're like buttery and it would melt in my mouth. Anyway, I wasn't aware of weight per se at the time. I mean, I guess I was. I just started to not feel great eating like that. And so Weight Watchers has always been like home to me. It's always the only thing that has worked for me. And I had been bouncing between 150 and 160 for about a decade. I had lost down to 150, and 150 was hard for me to maintain. I could really only do it if I was starving myself. Put a pin in that, we'll get to it. But I always said, as soon as I hit 160, I know that it's time to pull myself back up and deal with the issue and get down under 160. So when I stepped on the scale in May of 2020 and realized I'd reached 163 pounds, I thought, okay, this is the deal I always made with myself. So I signed up for Weight Watchers. My employer offers it for free, which is awesome. So I signed up, and I can't remember if I was assigned to the Purple Plan. I don't think that I may have been. I had done Core and Simply Filling in the past, and we'll get to that when we talk about the new plan. So I was familiar with this idea that you have a large number of free foods that you can eat in abundance and still lose weight. So it took me about 11 months to reach goal. Now I'm 5'3", I get that question a lot. I'm not particularly tall. So 5'3", 163 pounds, and I'm assuming I'm putting up pictures sort of throughout this. I always say that for editing, Manya, to remind her to put pictures up. But my original goal weight was 150, because 150 was, like I said, the lowest weight I'd been as an adult and been really happy. I remember seeing pictures of myself at 150 and I was really happy with how I looked. I also remember being starving to maintain. I couldn't maintain that 150. Coffee, it's pretty early here. Black coffee, by the way, if you're curious. 0 points. So my original goal was 150, and there was something about the Purple Plan and all the research I was doing around low calorie density. I'm going to link below what I think is an awesome video about what low calorie density foods means. It's different than calories. It's about calorie density. For me, I think that's made all the difference in the world, but that's a different video. So between the Purple Plan and eating low calorie density foods, I lost about 13 pounds very rapidly and easily. It felt easy. We weren't going out, we weren't going to restaurants, so I didn't have that. Everything was in my little self-contained bubble, which for me made things a lot easier. I know for some people being at home, it's harder. For me, it was a lot easier because going out to restaurants was my source of entertainment, and COVID really just sort of nipped that in the bud, and I've never gotten back to it. And I think that's a good thing. So I hit 150 pretty easily, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just keep moving my goal weight down. And I kept moving it down. I moved it to 140 and hit that fairly easily. I mean, things started to slow down. The weight loss started to slow down, but I was so happy with where I was. I was feeling so good. I was feeling so healthy. I was like, why would I stop? So I moved my goal weight down to 130, which felt like this incredible number. 130. I mean, God, you guys, 130 pounds? I couldn't even imagine being 130 pounds. So that's what took 11 months. I hit my goal weight. Let's see, I'm looking at my WW app. I hit my goal weight on June 23rd of 2021, so more than 11 months actually. I think maybe I had hit it, well, I'd gotten really close at 11 months, but really, it was June 23rd, 2021. So I started about May 15th, 2020. So that's about 13 months of slow, steady weight loss with some plateaus. I'll put a video below where I talk about how to break through a plateau. I mean, these things happen. It's never just like this. That's never gonna be the case. You should get that out of your head right now. Your body doesn't know what a week is. Your body doesn't know what you want. You just have to keep at it and think about cumulative weight loss over time. So the day that I hit goal, June 23rd, 2021, is an interesting day for me because I celebrated in the morning, and then that evening, my relationship of 20 years ended. It was the same day I hit goal. I don't know if I've ever told you all this, but it was the same day. So June 23rd, my entire life changed, my entire world changed, and ever since then, it's just been change. I moved out, we sold our house, I filed for divorce, we've untangled 20 years of finances, which if you've done that, you know it's a big deal. It's not just finances, it's stupid things like Netflix logins. It's everything. Everything is joint, everything is shared. So it's been kind of a thing. And what I focused on since June 23rd, and you will know this if you watch my videos, is I focused on not gaining. I didn't care if I lost anymore. I mean, I'd hit goals, so I was very happy about that. But I was just really focused on not binging, not eating my feelings, just really maintaining. And I gave myself a goal to stay under 135. I felt like it was important to give myself grace to gain a little bit because I needed to not be strict about plan. I needed to just deal with other things. And I was successful at that. Throughout the summer, I hovered around 131. I would sometimes go up to 132 and sometimes go back down to 130. So I was really happy with that. And then, and if you follow me on Connect, you will know this, and I think I put it in last week's video, I opened myself up to dating again. Signed up for a couple apps. That's a story for another time. But I met a boy, and 20 years is a long time. I don't know where this is going. What I can tell you is that I like him. He lives about 4 hours away, which is frustrating, but probably a really good thing, honestly, for it to keep things moving slowly. But what it did for me is it's flooded my body with all these crazy hormones. I think that's what it is. Maybe if you're a doctor on here, you can correct me, but it feels like I'm 16 again. And one of the consequences, the side effects of this flood of hormones or chemicals or whatever's coming into my body is that I just really have not been hungry, which is weird for me. Or I'm hungry and then I eat, and I don't really want to eat much. So I tend to be a volume eater. I eat a lot of food. I eat a lot of low calorie density foods. I can have a gigantic plate, and that just hasn't been the case the last 2 weeks. And so I've lost weight, really unintentionally. So my last weigh-in was 126 pounds, which is crazy. Y'all, I never in my life thought I would be in the 120s. I don't think I've been in the 120s since I was a teenager, and I wasn't even weighing myself. I'm starting to be on round 3, I think, of needing new clothes. I have lost over the past, consistently, I lost throughout September. I lost 2 pounds last week. I lost 2.5 pounds the week before. I don't know that I want to say this was a goal. It was not a goal. I was not trying to lose weight. I was happy at 130. Am I happy at 126? Yeah, I'm not sad about it. I'm not sad about it. So, but I'm not working very hard to maintain it. But yeah, I just feel happy. I just feel happy. And I felt sad for many months, and I still have moments of sadness and loss and anger. I got them all. I got all the emotions going on right now, but mostly I just feel desired and beautiful, which, man, that's amazing. So I cannot urge you enough to stick with it. Through all the frustrations, through all the, what is it that I see a lot on social media? I see a lot of, I'm really good all day and then I lose it at night. We all have impulses and desires and urges and cravings. The question is not whether you're ever going to get rid of those. You're never, ever going to get rid of those. The question is how you handle them. And are you strong enough to stand up to them? And I believe that you are, especially if you have a goal as to why you want to lose weight. And I've said it a million times and I'll say it again. Don't make a time-based goal. Don't make it about the wedding or the vacation or whatever it is that has an end point. You can certainly say, I would like to lose for this vacation so that I feel comfortable in my bathing suit. I think that's fine, but don't make that the end, because the day you come back from vacation, you will no longer have a reason to stand up to your cravings. Make it about something more. Make it about long-term health. Make it about long-term commitment to your existing relationship or yourself or whatever it is. That's my rant for the day, because it's so worth it. And all I can tell you all is that I am so unbelievably glad that I lost most of the weight before my marriage ended, because I didn't want to have 2 things to recover from. And I'm so glad I didn't gain this summer out of sadness. I'm always happy when I choose me over some food that honestly doesn't even make me feel good in the long run. So if I can do it through the end of a 20-year relationship, you can do it through whatever it is that is coming your way. Because I know it's hard, but you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, let's talk about this new plan or plans or whatever that's coming from Weight Watchers. I don't know anything about it. I have no affiliation with WW. Here's what I know. WW is a business. They need to make money, and in order to do that, they need to change things up every once in a while to get people's attention, to get some press, to get you all riled up and nervous. Don't let it affect you. WW has gone through many changes over many years. At the end of the day, it's always just the same thing in a different package, right? Purple Plan was core. Purple Plan was simply filling. It doesn't matter. We can ride through whatever this is. It's just a little bit of language change. When I know what it is, I will spend my time, do some research, and I will help you figure it out. But until then, don't worry about it. This is just the science of weight loss. That's all WW is, and it's what I admire them for, because they do allow themselves to grow and change as the science grows and changes. So just stick with it. Try not to worry. It's just an app. There's gonna be changes. We got this, okay? And I got you. As always, thank you for being here. I love this community. You all have been so wonderful to me over the past few months, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.